and long. When I feel weak, He makes me strong. In the darkest night, He lights the day. I know my God will make a way. When the river's high and hard to cross, and I feel the sting of every loss, in His embrace I find my stay. I know my God will make a way. God will make a way for me through the storm and troubled sea. In His love He's guiding me. I know my God will make. In a crowded room, I feel alone, with a heavy heart. I'm far from home. He whispers soft, and I obey. I know my God will make a way. Though the valley's deep and mountains tall, He never fails to hear my call. By my side, both night and day, I know my God will make a way. When my hope is frail and faith is thin, He gives me strength. I rise again through every trial, come what may. I know my God will make a way. God will make a way for me through the storm and troubled sea. In His love He's guiding me. I know my God will make a way. In the quiet of the evening light, when the world feels dark as night, there's a promise shining bright that God will make a way. When your heart is filled with sorrow and you can't see tomorrow, trust in Him, He'll ease your woe. Yes, God will make a way. Through the storms and heavy rain, through your heartache and your pain, hold on tight and call His name. 'Cause God He will guide your every step. Yes, God will make a way. In every trial you endure, His love will keep you pure. With His grace you will be sure that God will make a way. Through the storms and heavy rain, through your heartache and your pain, hold on tight and call His name, 'cause God will make a way. At the break of dawn, when hope seems thin, the sun will rise, let faith begin. In the quiet fields where we kneel and pray, God will make a way. God will make a way. Through the storm and rain, through the darkest night, He will guide our steps, be our guiding light. When the road is rough and the skies are gray, God will make a way. God will make a way. In the heart of pain, when we can't stand tall, He lifts us up, answers our call. With His gentle touch, wipes our tears away. God will make a way. God will make a way. Through the storm and rain, through the darkest night, He will guide our steps, be our guiding light. When the road is rough and the skies are gray, God will make a way. God will make a way. When our faith runs low and the world feels cold, He renews our strength, gives us hearts of gold. In our weakest times, we find courage to say, God will make a way. God will make a way. Through the storm and rain, through the darkest night, He will guide our steps, be our guiding light. When the road is rough and the skies are gray, God will make a way. God will make a way.
Lost in the valley, shadows all around, feeling so helpless, no help to be found. Yet in the silence, a whisper comes through, child, don't you worry, I'm here with you. Storms in the distance, clouds darkening the skies, worries and troubles, tears in our eyes. But through the thunder, there's a gentle voice that stays, hold on, my dear one, I'll show you the way. God will make a way through the darkest night. He will guide your footsteps, fill your heart with light. When the road is rocky and the path unclear, trust in His promise, He's always near. When the world feels heavy and your strength goes weak, mountains seem taller and the future bleak, remember His promise. In every tear and trial, He will make a path, just walk the extra mile. Grace in the morning, hope when day is done, love everlasting, given by the one. Through every journey, no matter how long, He is beside you, forever strong. God will make a way through the darkest night. He will guide your footsteps, fill your heart with light. When the road is rocky and the path unclear, trust in His promise, He's always near. Lost and feeling low, the path before me's hidden, nowhere left to go. But faith that lights the darkness, and in the night I say, I trust in His great wisdom, God will make a way. God will make a way when the road seems dark and long. He'll guide us through the storm and give us strength to carry on. In the midst of doubt and fear, remember what I say, hold on to faith and hope, 'cause God will make a way. In a small town church on a Sunday morning bright, voices raised to heaven, hearts filled with delight. It's more than just a building, it's where our spirits play. Together we find comfort, for God will make a way. God will make a way when the road seems dark and long. He'll guide us through the storm and give us strength to carry on. In the midst of doubt and fear, remember what I say, hold on to faith and hope, 'cause God will make a way. Grace came through a neighbor with a help and love inside. We held hands round the table, bowed our heads to pray. In every act of kindness, I see God make a way. God will make a way when the road seems dark and long. He'll guide us through the storm and give us strength to carry on. In the midst of doubt and fear, remember what I say. Hold on to faith and hope, 'cause God will make a way. Oh, God will make a way. When the road is long and winding, and your heart is full of doubt, there's a light that's always shining. God will guide you, there's no route through the valleys and high mountains. When your strength is almost gone, feel His love like flowing fountains. In the darkest, He'll be dawn. God will make a way, just hold on tight. Through the tears and through the night, His promises, they shine so bright. God will make a way, He'll make it right. When the storms of life are raging and the skies have turned to gray, know His love is never aging. He won't let you lose your way. In the fields where you are sowing, in the harvest to collect, trust in Him, His love is growing. Every step's with no